It's the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, the Frank Show. Bitch, it's time for the show.
You're blowing my mind, Frank.
Aloha headsets, it's your boy Frank, and it's time for your daily update. Now, first and foremost, I want you to sit back and relax because I got a little feature for you on Superhot VR. Alright, now Superhot is one of my favorite games, and it has a pretty interesting history that I thought you might be interested in, as well as a little bit more about the gameplay. Now, it was developed at the 2013 7-day first-person shooter challenge. Superhot is a mashup of a flash cat game where a cat must cross a busy intersection and the cars only move when the player moves the cat, and the song Bad Mother Effer by Biting Elbows. That alone should already grab you, and when it was originally released as a free browser game, that's exactly what it did. With an amazing reception, it became the fastest game of its time to make it through the Steam Greenlight system. The creator, Piotr Ivansky, knew the game would do well considering nobody had changed up the first-person shooter formula since Doom. Although many critics have called it a puzzle game, the creator says that it is an action game where the player must adapt and improvise on the fly in order to win. In May 2014, they started their Kickstarter campaign and met their goal within the first day of going live. This funding allowed them to tighten the art style, add new levels and modes, and most of all, virtual reality support. An early VR build was shown off on the Oculus Rift at E3 2014. Although this build didn't have any motion support, you could lean like Neo from the Matrix and dodge bullets in real time. Journalists loved it and said it stood out from everything else they had seen on the Rift at that time. They knew the game had to be completely rebuilt from scratch because the layout of 2D levels just didn't translate that well to VR, and it became much simpler to just build new areas. Although they did reuse some elements, the VR version integrates the story and puts you in the center of the action. The art style and gameplay go hand in hand. By using only 3 colors, white for the environment, black for interactable objects, and red for enemies, the minimalist surroundings set the perfect stage for a completely immersive fantasy. They wanted players to immediately understand the world and weed out the typical distractions, creating a zen-like environment that will immediately have you hooked. Now, like I said, enemies are red and you must destroy all of them in each arena by any means necessary. There are a ton of objects and weapons strewn around, but with limited ammo, you must time your shots correctly, planning the trajectory of each bullet. You can throw anything you find at the enemies. There are ashtrays, bottles, briefcases, or you can just use your dukes to knock them out or pluck their weapons. Just be careful, one shot or hit and it's game over and you have to restart the level. Now, if you haven't gathered already, the big catch is that anytime you move, the world moves. You are in complete control, which is out of this world. You can really just stop and think, well damn, what do I do next? And you could do it. And if it doesn't work, you'll know immediately and it's on to the next move. If you have no weapons and an enemy is coming towards you, you can just live out your Matrix fantasies, dodging bullets until he's close enough to knock out, or you can grab his gun and blast him to pieces. You're gonna love this one. I believe there are 12 levels and each one consists of a handful of arenas. You must pass them all in order to move on to the next level. There is also an endless mode and a fist-only challenge mode that will keep you busy long after you play through the campaign. Now, Superhot is truly one of the best VR experiences out there. It's a simple concept that you will find extremely difficult in some arenas, although you're the one in control of everything, which makes it that much more satisfying to try a new strategy. It's coming from a small, amazing team that has continually worked to create a top-notch project, and I really don't think they will let us down. Not to mention, it was created with Oculus front-facing sensors in mind only, so it should work perfectly with our PSVR camera setup. Now that is the game that you are going to want to show to your friends anytime they come over to your house. It loads up quick and you can hop right into the action. I promise you, if you're not sold on this baby already, I hope that this helped a little bit. Now, on to a tiny bit of news. First up, we got a new release coming out tomorrow. Yeah, that baby is fantastic contraption. I have been waiting for this one for a long time. This one's coming from Colin Northway and Northway Games, but it's been ported over to the PlayStation VR by Radial Games, and we're getting some extra levels, although we will not get the level customizer, which is okay. Also, if you got the PlayStation 4 Pro, this baby is coming with built-in support, improved graphics, better backgrounds, and hey, you're even gonna have some extra decorations around the place. I can't wait to grab this one, $19.99, and it's gonna have a 10% discount for launch week. Also coming out tomorrow is the Bellows. Now this baby is gonna be $5. It is an experience that's gonna last you around 15 to 20 minutes, and it's more or less something that you wanna show off to your friends and family and give them a little scare. They tell me that it is great for someone that hasn't really tried VR or gaming in general. So hey, if you're a hardcore headset, this one might not be for you. All right, now that's it for the news today, but we got everybody's favorite, Ask Frank. First up, Frankie1G2 wants to know, hey, will this be USA only? He's talking about Special Forces, and no way, this game is being made in Poland. It's not even being made in the US, and I'm 100% sure they want to get it to every audience possible. Andre Hilton says, hey, Monica's got a channel now. First up, thank you for the congratulations on the engagement. We are super excited, and no, she doesn't have a channel yet, but we are working on one. I'm going to edit up that Aruba video and place it on there for anyone interested to check it out, and I hope you subscribe because I'm gonna help her with some content too. Mohammed A. Rama says, hey Frank, do you prep what you gotta say? Mohammed, improv, baby, yeah. Brad Plays Everything says, oh, 5-point contest, I missed it. Hey Brad, don't worry about it, buddy. We got one every week. Right now I got one going on a Frostfall co-op chaos contest. Check it out, buddy. And finally, Derek Reisdorf says, hey Frank, where do I put questions for Ask Frank? I think you got it now. And also he asks, you got any news on Gang Beast VR or Abduction VR? Now, I didn't even think Gang Beast was coming to VR, and if it does, then that'll be amazing. So I haven't heard anything about that one. And Abduction, I know is still coming to PlayStation VR. They're just working on that one. It is a beautiful game from when I played it, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna take a little work to get it tight. Now, thank you all for coming through. That's it for today. You're the most amazing people on earth. As always, I mean, I don't think I say it enough. I love this channel, and I love you. You're great. Give yourselves a, give yourselves a thumbs up. And if you think I deserve it, throw me a bone as well. But more important than all of that is that if you want to stay up to date on everything PlayStation VR and you don't mind this ugly mug, friggin' subscribe. I mean, come on. Smooches, you're amazing. Give yourselves a gold star or whatever you gotta do.